What's up? It's your boy Shawn Black from the New York Experience, and don't turn that channel because we have another amazing show for you today. We have one of the co-stars of the new hit kids show, Alma's Way, none other than Miss Sharon La Loca Montero. So get ready because the New York Experience, it starts right now.
Revolution.
The young lady that I'm bringing on the show, you may know her as the host of 103.9 Midday, or you also may know her as one of the co-stars of the new hit television show, Alma's Way. I'm not going to waste any time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring to you Miss Sharon La Loca Montero.
Hey. Hi, Layla. Give me a hug.
Okay, all right.
What's up? I was going to sit all proper, but I'm not a proper lady, so
Well,
let's just do it.
Listen, we could do it any way you want. That's part of the show. Now, a lot of people don't know we worked on some work like not too long ago. Well, it was a little bit a while ago.
A couple years ago, my friend.
Well, hey, listen, it was like yesterday to me. It was like yesterday to me. We worked on City on the Hill together. A lot of people don't know that. But there was something that I always wanted to ask you. Where did you get the name La Loca from? What was that all about?
That was all from a friend. I was starting in radio, and they were like, what do you want to be called? I said, Jersey Red, Red Bone. And he was like, I hate all of them. And I was like, Sharon? He's like, no.
So they didn't
you have to have an identity. So he said, La Loca. I said, okay, cool.
And that's how it all
started. And that was
started.
it. They turned the mic on, and La Loca was born, and then they haven't changed it.
I mean, that sounds a little something like what happened to me, that whole Shawn Black thing. But people,
wait, I thought Shawn Black was your real name.
It is my real name, but I wanted to go with something different because I didn't want to use my real name in this world. But it is what it is now. So yeah, Shawn Black, that's what I'm doing. So that being said, I mean, you got your name doing that. I mean, you were working on the radio show Midday, 103.9.
Yeah, New York.
Now, working as a radio talk show host, what is that? What does that entail?
Oh, yeah. All I do is talk. I play music. I go in my pajamas. I eat what I want and just have fun and talk about what's going on in the world. I'm almost your break of what's happening. You know, and that's the mission that I have when I'm on the radio, is to give you a break of all the madness that's happening.
Right.
I want you to just relax, act like you're talking and listening to one of your friends, your sisters, or your crazy cousin.
Okay.
And just play your favorite records.
Well,
be honest.
I got to tell you, there's been plenty of times, this is before we even met, there's been plenty of times that I was in the car traveling. You know how traffic is, it's always bumper to bumper, especially when you're traveling into Manhattan. Yeah. And there was plenty of times that I would be turning on the radio and I didn't even know who you were, and you got me from point A to point B in one piece.
Yeah, so, that's the mission.
I want to thank you for that. So that was definitely a big plus. But
good.
So that being said, this is the education. We're also educating as well as entertaining. So one of the reasons that I did want to bring you on the show is that you are the trifecta. I don't even think you realize that you are the trifecta. You do acting, you've done the radio show host, and you're also doing voice acting. So now what are kind of the differences between the three?
There's similarity. There's differences. One, nobody sees my face, period.
Right.
Matter of fact, no, that's the same as radio, because nobody sees your face.
Right.
Television, you get to be seen. Voiceover and radio, I want to say they're this one and the same, because you're just talking into a mic, and you could create anything you want. You're a character on radio, and you're on a character on a TV show. It's just that one is super scripted. That's the difference. Super scripted, and the other one's scripted. The other one, you have to have fun and say whatever you want as long as you don't curse and lose a license.
Right. So Alma's Way, this is the new hit PBS kids show.
Yes.
Everybody's talking about this show. I mean, it's a big hit all over. I mean, I spoke to a couple of people and I said, I'm having my friend Sharon La Loca Montero. She's going to be on the show, and she's one of the co-hosts, and she is one of the voice actors on Alma's Way. And they went crazy. They was like, oh, my kids love this show. That's all they talk about. Like, they really, this show is getting a big push. Now, recently you did a thing where you was doing Alma's Train.
Oh, yeah, we have a new game. This is...
Well, before we get to that part, who's the character that you play?
I play Tia Gloria. I'm her aunt, and I'm a train conductor. So I am almost I'm the glue to everybody because I want to help everybody. If you have a pants that need to get sewn, honey, I'm going to sew it for you.
Okay.
You want to plant a tree, I'm going to plant it for you. You want somebody to go over lines with you because my niece, my sobrina favorita, is also, she does acting. She's always thinking about things, so we're helping her get through it. And so Tia Gloria is the one that will always jump in, hands, feet in, and make sure everything gets done.
Okay.
So that's my character, but I am the train conductor, what goes around the 6 train. And the whole show is not only about Alma, it's basically about that 6 train that gets you through the Bronx. Because when you think about the Bronx, honey, you know that 6 train is what gets you through. So I'm just the conductor for that one.
And a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people can connect with the show because it is based in New York, and this is the New York experience. So how can we not have a show that's based in New York, not on the show?
Yeah.
I mean, like she said, it's the 6 train, so a lot of people can identify with that. We all take the 6 train. We've all taken it at least once in our time if you lived in New York.
It's multicultural too. Like, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
The show, I want everybody to know, is not only about the 6 train. It's also about just all the kids, all different, because when you're in every borough, not just only the Bronx, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Manhattan, Jersey, there's not just all Hispanics there. It's a melting pot. So in this show, we want to represent everyone. I know. And we want all the kids to know that you're being shown in great light, not in negative lights as, some shows like to do, not in no shade, but it's just, how the world that we're in. Yes. We all like drama more than anything. So for kids' cartoon, this is a good one. And it's about a real person, which is Sonia Manzano. Oh, really? We grew up watching on TV. Like, she taught us our ABCs, our 1, 2, 3, the Grouch, Big Bird. That was Big Bird's homie.
Yes, absolutely.
So to be about her, and I play her aunt, that's just magical.
That is amazing. That is really amazing. So to bring up another subject, I recently heard that you did a show in Cali. It was like a TV reality show.
It wasn't only Cali. It was throughout the whole country.
It was throughout the whole country.
Yeah, the whole country.
Okay, well, break it down. What's it about?
It was a reality show. It was a competition from the creators of Amazing Race and Big Brother. Okay. So they just combined it together and packaged it into almost like a commercial for Ford. We started in California, and we drove to different parts of the country. So we came from Cali to New York, New York to Atlanta, Atlanta to San Francisco, San Francisco to Vegas. And we were competing for $100,000 in a brand new car.
So wait,
me and my brother. When I say we, me and my brother.
I was going to say, like, you wasn't doing this by yourself. So how long does something like that take?
It took 2 months, but of course, in the eyes of TV, you think we drove.
Right.
We flew. The cars met us in every location. Because, honey, I can't drive, not overnight.
I hear that. I seen you in the passenger seat. I seen your brother was driving.
Yeah, my brother drives. He drove most of the time because I was the more entertaining one, and I'm the bigger star of my sibling.
Well, you are very entertaining. That's another reason why she's doing
the show. But on the show, we were everybody had a role because there was 6 teams. So me and my brother were the sibling rivalries, and so we've always had a sibling rivalry, but it's fun sibling rivalry. It's not one of those where it's malicious and you want to kill your brother. It's more of, we just like to push each other. Right. So on the show, he wanted to say he was a better superstar, and I'm like, no, I'm the better one. And we but it's
sibling
fun.
Rivalry.
It's fun, and we flew fighter planes. We did murals. We did jousting. We did jetpacks. We zip-lined from one casino to another, and then we had to pull ourselves from pillar to pillar and answer questions that I'm horrible at.
I think that's definitely a show that I'm going to be
watching. Yeah, you got. Oh, yeah, pass, honey. That's in the can, under the ground.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, so I mean, it'll be brand new to me when I see it, when I finally get around to seeing it.
Yeah.
So, another thing that I wanted to ask you about. So now back to the radio talk show host, right? You obviously you interviewed plenty of people. What are some of the biggest names that you've interviewed?
Oh man, it's so many, but the thing is, I've interviewed them since I started.
We got time. Go for it.
Of course, one of my favorites is Neo. Okay. I adore him. I think the big one that everyone knows me for was Janet Jackson, which is my father's favorite. And finally, after doing radio for 19 years, that's when my father finally believed that I was doing something with my life. He was like, oh, well, now I believe that you're really doing something. Because he always saw me, you know, as an intern in the beginning, not getting paid, sleeping at the station, not having any money, always borrowing.
Right.
And to finally see me interview somebody that he knows and he really loves.
Right.
That was amazing. And I think I don't get starstruck a lot. I mean, really ever. But with Janet, it wasn't like starstruck. It was just like, thank you for helping me show my dad that I am doing something with my life.
Exactly.
And I bawled out. I cried. I cried right after the interview.
And well, that's one of the topics that I did want to touch on. See, a lot of times people don't understand how hard it is to, you know, when we're in this business, it's a constant grind. Like I told you before, it's in front of the camera, it's behind the camera, it's a lot of sleepless nights, it's sleeping in the radio station, it's sleeping in your car. But if you really believe in yourself and this is really something that you want to do, you can make it happen. I mean, I've done it, she's done it, and there's still plenty that we can continue to do. And we're gonna continue to do it. And this is part of the education process that we want to bring to you. But I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're
so
straight.
besides Janet Jackson, so let's talk about Neo. Like, what's going on with that?
Neo is going to be singing at my wedding. I just got engaged. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Neo is just one hell of a good friend of mine because I started when his first single came out, and he saw from when I had a chipped tooth, raggedy hair.
Oh.
Trying to get into the business to now. And so when people ask me what are some of your favorite ones, it has to be Neo because he's been every step of my way of my career.
Right.
You know, we've gone through something, not together, but
not together.
Not together. But
not together,
it's been a
like
storyline.
Right.
Like as a storyline. Like I remember
parallel.
when one of his songs came out, I was an intern. Then another album came out, I was finally got a part-time job. Another album came out, I was at a new station. So like whenever he had an album drop, I feel like my career has gone up. So I'm like, yo, my dude, I need another album. So I can get another step in my life.
There you go.
Neo has been one of my favorites. It's always very relaxing, fun. It's like a brother to me. Another favorite of mine has to be Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. What?
Hella hilarious.
That's one of my favorites. Okay.
Yeah, he's super chill, relaxed, wants you to feel, you know, when you deal with a lot of celebs, you'll see what status they're at in their career. And Jamie Foxx, it felt like he was just, you know, me and you right now, just hanging out, talking about our life. And that's how it was with him. And we would dance. And I think my mom was there that day. So he went and hugged my mom. And I think another one was Patti LaBelle.
So he's really down to earth.
Super down to earth. Patti LaBelle, too. She sat there and talked to my mom about cooking. My mom gave her a recipe about rice and beans. She talked about her patty pies. And it was... So I think those are my tops, yeah. Okay. But Janet Jackson has to be the big one.
Well, we got to take a bit of a break here, but I do have a bit of surprise for you. We have the video with La Loca and Janet Jackson, and we're going to be bringing that to you right after this.
Evolution. Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
This is the future.
How did it feel to get the Phenomenal Woman Award yesterday? Phenomenal Woman in Music.
It was sweet. It was really sweet. And when I walked out onto the stage, the response that they gave me, I did not expect. And it was just really, really sweet. And to see my friends in the audience, other people that I recognized that I hadn't met. It's just a humbling experience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after all the awards?
No, it does. It means a lot. It's Black Girls Rock. It's from the sisters are giving it to us.
Yes.
So it's really sweet. And just thinking about all the women that inspired me in my lifetime, even as a kid. So it was nice getting this award.
And we are back. That was an amazing interview.
It was fun.
Like now talk me, what was, because obviously you already have this like down pack. You've already done a number of amazing interviews. So I'm actually taking cues from you. I've looked at a lot of your stuff and was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. So you're a little bit of a tutor to me. So I appreciate that. So now, what are some of the things that like the questions that you had, or like what was part of the reason why you were so happy to be with Janet Jackson? Like,
I mean,
break it down.
Watching Janet, like you cannot. Janet, her brothers, her sisters, Michael, her mom, dad. I mean, that's one of the giddy parts of it. And to get ready for it, there's no way you can get ready for somebody who has gotten every question under the book.
Correct.
Like, there's nothing that you're going to ask her. She can be like, oh, nobody's ever.
So,
she's gotten everything. So I went in there just going to have fun.
Right.
2 girls, and what's funny is Janet is a boss. You hear her very quiet and you think she's timid. She comes in, she reads the room, she'll look around, and if she doesn't like something, she'll turn right back around politely, tell her team, please remove whatever that she doesn't like and come back in. And I had just tore my meniscus.
Oh.
And she came through, and I didn't know that she played softball. And we sat there and talked about softball. We had girl time before our interview, and she's just a girl's girl. Like, she just has fun and chatted and made it even more of an experience for me, for something that I've done all the time.
Right.
And we just chatted, and during the interview.
Is she like more laid back than you expected, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh, no, I expected her to be, when you're a girl of, I think, for how many siblings she has, you better be chill. You got beat up growing up.
Definitely more than 5. Because
yeah, the Jackson's 5. So, like, when you have siblings, you guys all rough each other up. So, I took it as, like, she's going to be like me. She's going to be a tomboy. And she was. And we just had fun. That's it. There was nothing so serious. And she, like I said, in the beginning, she makes it even better because she wants to chat with you. And she wants you to know, like, I'm just like you. Like, don't worry. Yeah, I'm not Jackson, but I'm still just regular schmegler.
Did you have any, like, questions? Because I know you said that, how could you possibly have any questions?
Yeah.
Did you have any questions?
No.
So she heard it all. She's heard it all. She's done it all.
Yeah, like, it was all
Janet
chill.
Jackson.
Yeah, like, we just sat there and chatted because when you talk to certain artists, they do come in with rules.
Right.
And the rules you can't ask.
Right.
I can't ask you about your relationship.
Right.
You're gonna get up and walk away.
And just take the mic off and be like,
who wants to? I'm not when I do my interviews, I'm not one of those shock jocks. I'm not gonna dig in there. I love Wendy. How you doing? But I'm not her, I'm me, and I want you, I just want to have fun.
Right.
I want to enjoy myself. So with her, it was just, that's what it was. She had an album she was promoting, her return. We talked about her child for a little bit. She opened the door to that, so we had fun. And that was it. I think the reason why it was so much fun, it was just, I had no pressure because I couldn't ask anything crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just had fun.
You guys were just hanging out, kicking it. Yeah, see, and that's the beauty of it. And that's the other reason why I wanted you to be on, because I knew that, listen, a lot of the people that we have on, either I've met or I've had the privilege of speaking with, or we're really good friends, we're cool. And it just gives it that type of atmosphere because it opens up the doors to a lot of things. A lot of people are able to identify with it, and we can just talk about so many amazing things, but without getting too crazy, like talking about so many different things. Now, getting back to the Alma's Way thing, right? Now, we talked about it just for a split second, but I really do want to come back to it. So that you had this event that was going on down at, what was that?
Grand Central Station. Yeah.
Now, what happened there?
It was a train game. They had just created a game for Alma's Way, and on the game, I'm the train conductor.
Right. And we got away from that for,
Yeah, I'm the train conductor, so I'm conducting all the kids on the train. And it's a cardboard box because in the show, Alma wants to have her friends on the train with her, and so they make their own little cardboard box. and I'm in there saying all aboard. You know, how's the MTA? Shout out to all my MTA workers. I just, I reenact being on the train, and so for the kids, they have to build the trucks to get from one point to the other and stop at different landmarks like the Statue of Liberty. Well, not the Statue of Liberty, but close enough so they can see the Statue of Liberty. Then they go to the Brooklyn Bridge. So it's a lot of fun. And so we were just premiering it. It was all the cast members. This was
I was
going to
ask you, everybody was there, right?
Most of everybody. My husband wasn't there on the show. So he wasn't able to attend, but everybody, mommy, daddy, her brother, Alma, even Chacho, which is a dog, was there. And our creator, which was Sonia Manzano, was also there, who plays grandma on the show.
Okay, I watched I can't say that I watched it all, but I did watch one episode, and this was the episode, I believe, where you was with your sister,
Super Sisters,
and you guys were doing this amazing dance. But then I seen that you recreated it at this event. So you were able to do it as an animated form and also in live action, which is amazing. So
it was special because, usually when people do a lot of acting voiceovers, we could be in a room and we're talking to each other, but this show happened right during COVID.
Right.
Like COVID, they were auditioning in February, right? When we went to shutdown?
Yeah.
The week before shutdown. And so once it happened, we've been doing it all in our houses. I do it in my closet. Some others do it in their closet. Only the children are allowed to go into the studio.
Wow.
So this is our first time seeing.
You said that you're doing it in your house. So did you build a studio, like a voice studio for yourself? Yeah.
Listen, I'm a baller on a budget, honey, okay? I took pillows and sheets and padded up my closet. And I ordered some microphone via Amazon, and I built it out with little pennies, boy. Thanks to YouTube, it helped me.
Well, YouTube apparently is
that's university, honey.
You can do anything.
Yes, I created
except doctors.
it there.
And everybody who decides that they want to be a doctor, you go on YouTube and watch it. Go to school. All right.
Yeah, go to school. But for voiceover, you can learn how to build everything out there. And so that's what I did. And until this day, I still do it, it's amazing because I don't know if I would have been able to, I didn't have all that.
That's crazy.
COVID helped me.
So another thing that a little birdie told me, that you are an avid outdoors person.
Oh man, I live for the outdoors. Yeah,
really?
I'd rather be outside than inside. Not even sleeping. I want to be outside sleeping.
I mean, I've seen you doing kayaking, you're hiking,
zip lining. I do
break that
aerosol
down.
gliding. It's a lot of fun. I just can't be inside. I feel like life is passing you by indoors, and for me, when I'm home, it could trigger things for me, depression, sadness. And I'm not that person. I want to be outside smiling, dancing, and laughing. So that's why I really want to be out there. And my dad raised us to be outside. My brothers are athletes. I play softball. My brothers do boxing and football. I even did football because I wanted to be a just to show them that I could do it.
So so in your younger years, you were a tomboy. You're running around. Tussling with
all of them. I didn't really have female friends. I grew up with all the boys.
Okay.
So I would go play baseball with the boys instead of practicing with the girls for softball. I would play basketball with the guys. I would run track with the guys.
What?
And that's just how my dad raised us. He was like, you're going to be tough and you don't need your brothers to protect you. You're going to protect yourself.
There you go.
So my dad, put that in me. And then being outside is just nature is what
Well,
he
now
wanted
I
us
know
to be.
who to call when I'm walking down the street.
No, you still call the police because I'm running. I am not helping you. Not that I don't love you.
No, I know that.
But I gotta survive.
I hear that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I got a wedding to plan.
So you're talking about this wedding, like what's going on with that?
Man, it takes forever. As all women know, it's not easy and it's not affordable. But when the pennies get together, we're gonna have a fabulous Vegas wedding.
Right. So you're engaged now. Like, what was that like?
Well, getting engaged?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, you haven't asked yours. You need to get to asking
I'm working
your
on it. Hey, don't pressure me.
But I don't know. It was his decision. He came up to me and he asked me. I just said yes. That was no process for me.
I hear that.
That was a no-brainer. I met him on Tinder, and he's been the best swipe ever.
Hey, listen. At the end of the day, you're happy. Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
You guys are getting married. Congratulations to both of you. This is an amazing thing.
When are you gonna ask?
Well,
let's do this.
No. Listen, when you're on your show, you do the interview. But when I'm on my show, I'm interviewing you. We're not asking those questions.
No.
I was actually thinking about the other day. We worked on City in the Hill together, and we had like an amazing time. It was a great experience working on that show.
I wasn't even with him at that time, was I?
No, I think maybe you were.
I just started.
Yeah, I think you had just started. He was just starting with him. But do you miss that? Do you
What,
miss-
background?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you miss
I
that?
love it.
Because we started in background together, and then we moved on. But do you miss that? Because I find the one thing that I don't like, and a lot of people you'll get this as your journey begins working in this show. You start doing background. If you're lucky, maybe you just get picked right out, and we want that for you, because if that's actually part of it. But I started in background, which it's a great way to start. You get your feet wet. You learn if that's something that you really want to do. And I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. I found that when I was getting more principal parts, we explained that on the last show, when we was getting more principal parts, I'm in the trailer all by myself. I mean, it's great. It's a great experience, but I was in the trailer all by myself. But when I was in background, it was like so many different people to talk to. You get everybody's different journeys and experiences and their aspirations and stuff like that. So, I mean, do you miss it? I mean, do you really miss it, or it's just kind of like
I do. No, I really do, because like you said, you're usually by yourself. And when I do radio and I want to do the voiceover, I'm by myself in a box. I don't get to have fun. I don't get to meet new people. When you do background, you meet a lot of people. You become friends with them. And then you end up meeting people that you're going to work with later.
And we're all in the same journey together. I find that when I did background and everybody that I met in background, I feel like we're all part of the same high school class. Yeah. And we're all, moving on to bigger and better things, and that's part of it. And it's fun to just see people, continuing on in the journey, because everybody's journey is their own. And that's one of the things that I learned early on, is that the journey, I asked somebody, it was like, how did you get to, where you are in this business? And he said, it's a personal journey. It's a personal journey, and, you're going to have to take your own. So it's really fun for me to watch everybody in the graduating class. Everybody's going their own way, and to have you back here and to be able to sit down and talk with you, an amazing experience. So what do you got going on next? What's going on?
Continue with more Alma's Way, planning this wedding, maybe a travel show.
Okay.
And hopefully I'll do my own and just have fun, and then hopefully shop it around. Okay. But till then, I'm just going to be smiling and having fun.
So now you said a travel show. I mean, are we talking location? Are we talking food? Anything
both,
like that?
A mix of both. Mostly food, because I like to eat.
Okay. We all like to eat.
I love food.
Listen, and I'll be honest with you, a travel show where people are talking about different, foods, something
affordable food.
Well, a lot of people will like that. I know I would like that. Yeah. I was talking about it on the last show. I enjoy food, and I don't want to be, saying the same thing that I'm constantly. But I like food just like anybody else. But so you want to do about food?
Yeah. Well, really, I want to show people how to get around affordably. Okay. There's always, people do get sponsored and they get free things. Hey, I'll take it. Okay. But at the same time, I want them to know that you could get to this location really cheap. Right. And I want to partner up with a lot of other people that might know their area for cheap. And I want to show, just highlight the town. Because it's not always about the tourist areas. Right. You could find a little nook around the block that has the best coffee or the best hot dogs. Hot dogs you think is simple, but hot dogs are delicious.
Right. Well, I am so glad that you were able to come down here. You know how much I'm so happy that you made it down. We were able to spend this time together. But we hope that you enjoyed today's show. And we are going to be bringing you a bunch of stuff, more stuff like this. And we hope that you stay tuned in. And welcome to the New York Experience. You're right.
This is the future. Revolution. This is the future.